Good morning and welcome back. Total washout today, but we're heading into Bury St Edmunds, so I will take you with us, Monika and I, but first of all into Ipswich. I have a pair of trousers to pick up and it is definitely that time of the year. I need to go and pick up a new set of much better, I think probably all-in-one waterproofs. Not specifically from a motorbike shop, but from Millet's, which is an outdoor shop, because when I was in Scotland doing the tour, I think 80% of people there, they all had an all-in-one waterproof set. And that is the one thing I'm missing. So pick up trousers, off to Millet's, and then Bury St Edmunds. If anyone wants some clothing inspiration, the best clothes shop I've ever found in my life, funnily enough, is 1 mile from us here in Ipswich, Uniform Research. They've got an online shop as well, so you can order online, but this is, it's the best clothing shop. I spend too much money here. It's pouring with rain, don't it?
It feels like it.
Okay, partial success. Trousers. That's a lovely pair of cords, isn't it?
Where is it from?
Gramici. Do you know, I remember as a child, when I was about 6 years old, my parents used to dress me up in cords. And then I thought cords were only for 6-year-olds or aristocrats who are wealthy landowners. But now, honestly, somehow I've just started to love them. So,
I think it's back into fashion.
yeah, I think it is too. So cords the problem is, no all-in-one suit from Millet's. I almost bought 2 separate ones, trousers and top, but no. I need to get an all-in-one, so I just have to order it online. So we'll drop those off and let's go for lunch in Bury St Edmunds. Ipswich, where we've been based for the past 2 years or so, on and off, very on and off, it doesn't have the finest reputation. When someone asks me where do we live and I say Ipswich, they always go, ooh, Ipswich. Where actually, I've come to love Ipswich. It's a lovely town and sometimes gets a slightly undeserving reputation as being not that nice a place to live, but I think it's fantastic. But Bury St Edmunds, on the other hand, which is where we are now, this place has an excellent reputation. It is the jewel in Suffolk's crown. It's ludicrously classy. Everywhere you look, there's history. I mean, just here, the Angel, which is a hotel and restaurant. Charles Dickens has stayed there. I could go on and on with loads of other references. The cathedral is right behind me. It's just a lovely part of the country. This is Monika's favourite place in the entire UK. I haven't taken her to Scotland yet, but this is Monika's dream place to live. And we came pretty close to securing a place here, fell through, and in 2 weeks' time, we're we're actually leaving the Suffolk area, which is a huge shame. It's not something either of us wanted to do because I love Ipswich and Bury St Edmunds, but Monika specifically likes Bury St Edmunds. But because we weren't able to secure a property, 2 weeks' time we're heading back down to the London-Kent area. So we're leaving this area. So we really need to make the most of being in Bury and these beautiful little villages around here, because it won't be as easy to get to once we finally make the move. I can't remember if I mentioned this on a previous video when we were last in Bury, but I remember when we were looking at properties here. I think we viewed about 4 properties in Bury to try and rent. And I was always really curious, why are there so many Americans living in Bury St Edmunds? And it's because there's a gigantic US Army base just down the road. So all of the Americans come over to Bury St Edmunds and they either live in the barracks, the army barracks, or the US government will give them, and I do know the exact figure, I think it's £1,381 worth of accommodation rent expenses. So in essence, the US Army personnel can go onto the rental market in Bury St Edmunds, find anything they want up to the value of £1,381 and then secure that property. And if you're a landlord in Bury St Edmunds, the US Army personnel are a dream, because it's the US government that will pay the rent directly to the landlords. So the landlords can rent out their properties knowing 100% that the rent will be paid, because the person paying it is the US government. It's also why you'll see a number of US cars here. So I've seen lots of Jeep Wranglers and things like that with US plates on it. It's because the US government, again, will ship over all of their belongings from the US over to the UK, and that includes cars. Nutshell Pub, I've never been in here, but this is meant to be one of the most haunted pubs in Bury St Edmunds. I've just asked if I can show one interesting feature. Monika? I have been allowed to do this. So, Nutshell Pub, Bury St Edmunds. It's one of the smallest pubs. Thank you so much. And that is the famous mummified cat hanging from the ceiling. And you can see all of the different notes here. And it's tiny, so little seating area here and a seating area there. What a little place. Have a brilliant day. Thank you. Bye-bye. Monika, are you ready for the story of the Nutshell Pub?
Yes, I am.
So the reason the cat is there, stapled onto the ceiling of the Nutshell Pub, is because in years gone by, 100, 200, 300 years ago, and so it sounds very weird, but the bodies of dead cats would be put into buildings as the buildings were being built, and it was for good luck. And then in 1935, when the Nutshell Pub was being renovated, so around 90 years ago or so, they found this body of a cat, which is the exact body that you see up in the ceiling, and it's thought to be 400 years old, that mummified cat. It's also, I confirmed this, the Nutshell Pub confirmed Guinness Book of Records to be the oldest pub in England, possibly the UK. However, that became disputed in 2016 by 2 other pubs, so I don't know if it still holds the crown of the UK's smallest pub, but it's just 15 feet by 7 feet. That's the entire size of the pub, so it is microscopically small. I've also been in a ferocious negotiation today. Okay, that's maybe pushing it, but Colchester Breakers, I got in touch with them because they've got the exact exhaust I need. This is the exhaust on eBay at the moment. I think it was advertised at £230 or so. I lowballed. I said £150 and I'll take it. And they said no, Freddie, and then they've given me some midway point I need to check, so I've just had a notification. So I now need to decide if I should spend, I think maybe it's £200 or so, on a used original Triumph Bonneville exhaust. Monika, what do you think?
Yes, I don't know. Is that a good price?
I think it's fine. I think exhausts are weirdly expensive everywhere, whether it's new or used. But £200, and it will be an original exhaust, no rattle at all.
Yeah, just buy it because it sounds horrible.
Yeah. Okay. The deal is done. £200 for the exhaust. Colchester Breakers closes in about 1 hour 45 minutes, and it is 1 hour and 20 minutes to get there. So we've got to get a move on, because now I've got it in my head that I'm changing the exhaust on the Bonneville. I'm too excited. Have to pick it up today. Have to get to work getting that on the Bonneville. Doesn't seem real that I'm actually going to have an exhaust that sounds normal, that isn't embarrassing. Speechless with excitement. I was 50-50 there at best. We actually had to drive around a 4x4 who didn't think it could make it, so we drove around it, and we must have been, I think, within 3 or 4 centimetres of the water going into the exhaust and engine and failing. We're now trapped in this little bit here with gridlock traffic.
Oh, look at the dogs! Oh my god, stop. Oh, that's so sweet.
So sweet, so sweet. We're now stuck in this area because no one's going past there. It's so deep. I was driving on the pavement. I don't know if you could pick up the fear in my eyes, but
yeah, that was very scary.
I honestly thought the car was going to conk out, getting water in the engine. But we're here, we've made it. Colchester Motorcycle Breakers. So I'm in Colchester Breakers. I've put the exhausts in the boot of the car. I'll show you those in a second. And I'm getting levers for the clutch and the front brake lever priced up because they're currently braking a Bonneville, exactly my spec. So it's quite a good opportunity to maybe finish off the final few bits that I've wanted to get done and put the bike back to probably 90% towards standard. I'll flip the camera and show you a few of the things they've got here at Colchester Breakers, because they've got an eBay page, and the easiest way to do it, just go onto the eBay page. I'll put the details in the description below, and you can find all of the bits and pieces that they currently stock. I'll do a little front to back. So this is the reception room where you can, well, either go and pay for the stuff or do like I did and just pay on eBay, come and pick it up. And they've got a few of these bikes here with a massive tech fest in BMW RT 1200, currently getting broken with Z800, and something I really like here. This caught my eye. This is an old Suzuki GS 750 that I guess is currently in the process of maybe being broken. 42,000 miles on the clock with the key in the ignition. And then we've got some classic 1980s sports bikes and similar over here. Huge amount of Japanese stuff, and you can see in their stock rooms masses and masses of different bits and pieces. It looks like it's just bits piled up on bits, but I'm sure it's perfectly in order. And then through there as well, loads more parts with something that's not too old. That is one of the Kawasaki Vulcans next to a decently smashed up Suzuki GSX 1250, which has clearly had a front end collision. I love places like this. They're just treasure troves of different bits and pieces. And in there, all of the plastic fairings lined up for different bikes, BMWs, Triumphs, Daytonas, and all of the exhausts along there. So my exhaust was taken from this rack, just along here. Monika, I don't want to break your heart.
Why?
We lost a hubcap.
No!
Through the water. I guess the pressure must have been too much. I'll have to get a hubcap. You ready for a proper reveal?
You'll never get it.
I won't get a hubcap. You ready for the big reveal?
Yes.
I'm delighted. Delighted. Okay, so what we've got.
What is that?
That's my lunch from a few days ago that I forgot to take out of the car. Please excuse that. We have, technical term, 2 pipes that attach to the engine. I think they're called downpipes maybe. So 2 of those, and then these are the 2 silencers that will then attach to each of those. But these are so nice. Little dent there,
Little dent, yeah.
But beautiful, aren't they? I mean, I can just feel the quality. They weigh a huge amount, but look, genuine Triumph part. This is a Triumph exhaust system, and oh god, I don't think there's a rattle. I was just checking. But look, I mean, that is just so much more substantial, and these are the exact exhausts I wanted. So 1 on either side of the bike, sitting nice and low. This is exactly how my Bonneville would have looked. So these are completely original and standard. You know, the first thing Monika said to me when I got them, you will not be able to fit those yourself.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, I'm delighted.
What do you think? Can you do it yourself?
It should be easy. See that? You just need to screw that on to this bit here.
You have to finish the tank first.
Yeah, I know. I'm already too bored with that, so I have to get onto this now. And then these things look fairly simple. I'll get some exhaust paste. I'll be able to do. If I can put these on, and I'll have to get some screws for here, I guess.
Rusted.
Yeah, it is. But I think you can polish it up with some polish if you're that way inclined, which I'm probably not. But I'm just so happy. So I need to get some screws and brackets, I think. But I should be able to do it myself. Otherwise, I'll go back to Kingdom Motorcycles. But whatever happens now, the rattle will be gone and my current exhaust will go in the bin, unless someone can send me an email and come collect my old exhaust from me if they want it for free. In fact, I feel too bad even offering it. It's so bad. Right, should we wrap it?
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along. It's been a hugely successful day. There have been weather warnings everywhere, but apart from the flooding over there, it's all glorious now. See you in the next one. Thank you so much, all.